Greetings and salutations, mighty Vikings. Welcome back to our Rogue Trader campaign. We're about to hit the Arc Mechanicus Hermetico, where Pasqual has been summoned to. This is also one of the episodes that we're not going to do live, since we have a little bit of a hiccup and troubles with Twitch now moving everything over to YouTube. So, hello there. Be excited that we're going to have main focus here on the YouTube channel now. Your Lordship, according to the ship's registry, we're looking at the Arc Mechanicus Hermetico. Permission granted. May the Messiah of the Discontinued reveal the way for the docking gate. The raspy voice of the person who recorded the message is vaguely familiar to you, but you cannot put your finger on it. Probably because it sounds like Pasqual, requesting the right to participate in the boarding party. Good. What do we know about the ship? Each Ark is a sanctuary for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Every such ship is a relic. In any case, she is a ruin of her former glory. We observe numerous traces of internal decompression, at least from the outside. We're also picking up strange radiation emanating from the hull. Here's a safe docking spot. Not at the moment, Lordship. The damage of the hull makes observation difficult. Assemble the boarding crew. So Pasqual definitely wants to come along. That's okay. Casa, you can get us stay here before it comes with us. And in we go. I'm excited. I'm excited to see our run to fruition and see how the story moves on, and also see the more or less the credits to see the outcome of all our actions. Quite intrigued. Explore. Good. Let's get it going. So, we have some goods over here. Nice, thank you. A lot of tech priests. The chief. That's okay. The ghosts of nothingness have entered the deck of Aknan tribe. Pasqual explained to the commoner that I do not care what tribe he is from, and that he should kneel to the presence of the Rogue Trader. Based on these markings, the unit has been identified as member of the Category 17 Auxiliary Staff, requesting performance of appropriate salutary ritual. The sound of the Technolingua makes them kneel humbly. That reply was in binary dialect, primitive and crude, but correct. The middle-aged man carries a potentia coil in his shoulder after the manner of the tech priests. Interesting. Pasqual says, I'm registered evidence of precious true flesh being operated in unacceptable conditions. The markings indicate that this sacred metal was fashioned many centuries ago. Putting it in such a crude and careless use is an insult. Who are you? The undertakers of the world that expired in the great discontinuing of the cycle, the mourners holding an eternal requiem of the universe. Let the cycle be discontinued. It was discontinued a long time ago. What is he talking about? Is that what you call us ghosts? Yes, there is only nothingness outside this ship. Sometimes it spits out ghosts born out of the world of ashes, and they wander in. Or they think that the world outside is over? Holy man. Do you believe the world has perished? This statement is true. The world ceased to exist a very long time ago. Oh boy. Must take my leave. So, all kinds of odds, oddities around here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
We live here. We have an conjugate gear who's ancient. Can we activate him? I identify this unit as Magos Logis Hectodon the 11th. The unit received 7 commendations for advanced in astrography, recorded in the Fleet Archive. The unit, he liked watching the stars. He called them beacons left for the Omni Messiah. Unit status operational. Unit identifies itself as No data available. Error. Malfunction. The unknown Messiah knows what. He's suffering. This unit is long past its operational life expectancy, but the particularly ancient and sacred True Flash was awarded for its outstanding service. Do you know him? The statement is false. The archive has no record of my encounters with this unit or any archive requests concerning it. I just know, and I grieve. You just know? That's weird. Tech Brother Hectodon 11. This unit identifies itself as Pasqual Hanuman. Can you hear me? Execution. Function. All reserves capacities engaged in executing primary function. Okay. Shaman, what are you doing over here? Have you come to speak to the great Pref ghost? Pref will not speak your lesser tongue, but I can help. I can interpret. Look at the tech, Shaman. Full of tattoos of mechanisms. Interesting. I'm registered category 678 blasphemies in this tribesman investment. Only enlightened tech priests are authorized to dismantle and interact with the bodies of the secret machine. It is how I venerate the iron spirits who have done their duty and passed into nothingness, ghost. I do this in the hope that I might gain some of their wisdom. This statement is false. I'm not registered any veneration. How do you talk to Pref? Like this. I'm registered a blast it. Layman, this blessed smoke is meant for the secret machines, not your lungs. This primitive melody is a language, our language, a variety of rhythm-based tech vernaculars in which meaning is created by the length of pauses between signals. The Iron Priest of Fenris can speak by Narek using flutes, drums, and bone rattles. Some of the rituals they use to appease machine spirits loathe the sound of the box. Who's Pref? Our Deck's great patron spirit who protects it and watches over everything that happens on it. Pref used to be a kind of father to us until wicked people tricked him. Pref, hypotheses. The barbarian is using this debased designation to refer for the prefect enumerator, and especially sacred conjugator served by all of the deck junior machine spirits. I'm registering category 6 blasphemy. The tribesman claims to communicate with it. Only enlightening adepts of the Owner Messiah are permitted to interact directly with a prefect. Hypothesis. The part of the legend that speaks of disowning the mortals and forgetting their faces describes the removal of access rights from authorized units. For a reason unknown, the prefect enumerator was ordered to cease accepting commands from outsiders. Okay. Good.
Let us not dawdle.
A little bit of a look around. Just expecting anything. Ooh, what's that symbol down there? Nothing really. You can talk to the chief. Can you tell us how to talk to the conjugator? Not really looking into going into more detail with you guys, so I'm gonna skip through these. There we go. Who is the spirit of Pref? The master of this deck, the second most important god after Marnot. Mortals cruelly betrayed his trust once. He hasn't talked to them or protected them since. Pref only ever answers the shaman's invocation and only occasionally at that. The tribesman profane speculation most likely describe an important machine spirit that remains vague. Your guesses are amazingly spot on, Pascal. The statement is false. Each of the hypotheses was logically deducted from our present situation. Divine. What's the divine word? Word command all of existence. The gods ruled the universe using words of power. There was a time when mortals too were granted knowledge of them, but that time died long ago. Hypothesis. The term divine word refers to the command litany. A thorough understanding of the situation aboard the Hermetico will allow me to select the correct litany and recite it to the mechanisms that are still operational. So how did the faceless ghost get in? He knew the secret. The spell was not of divine origin. Its power surpassed that of the gods. I see. So, you've been here, right? Yes. Good. Let's see if we can find a way to get this conjugator working. We'd like to go up to the we would like to go up to the observatorium. Exit to the lift denied. Service is in obscuratoria mode. An obscuratoria is a complete ban on holy ministry within the compound. This unit cannot select the appropriate counter-demanding order without knowing the exact reason that was declared.
I always keep my options open.
What the obscuratorias are going on. Would come to plead for Pref's benevolence. The great Pref would like to know who is speaking to him. The prefect enumerator is running an identification procedure. Given existing data of the machine spirit's refusal to follow orders within the chain of command, I predict that standard identifiers will be assigned a low priority. If the machine spirit speaks the tech priest language, do we even need the old man? The statement is false. The idiom is a distinctive vernacular, most likely only used by the ship's crew. It is intuitively familiar to its units, but not intelligible. Introduce yourself formally, Pasqual. This unit is Magos Explorator Pasqual Hanneman, a member of the Consigner's fleet. Pref asks why he should treat your words with respect and not scorn them. The machine spirit is requesting to know the unit's access privilege. Machine spirits can be capricious and undisciplined. After years without sanctifying maintenance, this one may have forgotten all about obedience. Normally in cases like these, the tech priest would bring the wayward spirits to its senses with a shock from an electric prod or a blow from a wrench, accompanied with a litany of uninterruptible obedience. I think a show of force is in order to show this machine spirit its place. This statement is true. My power is authorized, acknowledges or will regret it, wayward spirit. Spirit wolf, shield my soul from the terrors of the warp and the ire of angered spirits. Pref acknowledges your power, Ghost. He does. He asks why you seek his friendship. Hypothesis. The prefect requests to be interpreted as, what is the purpose of your visit? You know the answer yourself, Pasqual. I have to come to discontinue the cycle. The great priest does not recognize your name or your face. He will not grant you friendship and bids you a leave. The prefect enumerator's reaction is anomalous. Such disregard of regalia can only be explained by a protocol signifying an extreme degree of danger to the vessel. Okay, so he's not letting us through.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing that we found around here. These fellows are standing still. Mr. Chief. Nothing that we can talk to you about.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. Have to come to pleads. Tell him you're the Messiah of the Discontinued. Show him force. And you know the answer, Pasqual. I remember this language now, or more precisely this year I used to know it. And now I remember having it known. I'm registered an anomaly. The data exchange deviated from the standard registry procedure. The prefect enumerator was commanded to limit the number of people who have clearance to issue the order, including even high-ranking tech priests. Our mutual introductions rather resembled an exchange of secret passwords. Okay, apparently it worked. Apparently it worked. It did not work. Find clues to explain why the lift is blocked. Hello. Some lovely loot over there. This thing over here, that is the exit. Kaja's screen glowed faintly. Innards replaced with candles. Noble War's armor augments undamaged. That is odd. They're having some sort of ritual down there. Nothing to be found so far. Oh, it's a good door. What if you're a mark filter gas athletics and becomes immune to toxin? Oh, it's pretty neat. Heavy lifter plus 30 strength. If there is not a move to previous turn, the range attack with heavy weapons deal 50% damage until the end of the turn. Jesus. That is one badass of a thing. Gain anything with athletics, 25. My athletics guy, so no can do with that helmet. Whenever there were hits a target with melee attack, the target's armor is reduced by 2% until the end of combat. Yeah, makes no sense to put those gloves on. The gloves would be good for her with the heavy weapon. The extra 50% is nasty. Very nasty. So, nothing over here. Let's talk to the chief again. Market does not follow the protocol. You just believe me. Okay, probably should have paid a lot stronger attention on the conversation. I don't think we can do anything here.
Keep your wits about you.
Am I missing some sort of test? Is there an item that I am missing to pick up? There we go. Let's find some hints. But I'm not sure what the hint found was. But apparently we did find a hint.
Is there money to be made?
Doesn't really tell me. Odd. Pasqual unblocked the lift. As soon as the lift is going to the observatorium, we'll be attacked. Let's do it. Regalia identified. Agree to variable Magos. I will execute the order presently. Lift is activated. Okay. Oh! Wait, I thought these are like statues. They're coming to life? Okay. Guess it's on. I guess it's on. So, let's go a little bigger. Again, through here. So, start the battle. Good. We're buffing ourselves. Making ourselves strong. And we're warp speeding with Unfar. So, gonna run up here. Charge into you. 103 damage. Nice. We're putting defense up. And we're taunt screaming. Yeah, let's on these two. Why not? I have another attack. Oh boy. So, you move over here, milady. Then we're going for a reckless rush. We get all the way up here. Maybe not. So we're moving up there. Then we want the devastating attack. So we punch through. And we're gonna make the rapid fire, so we have a higher rate of fire. I'm just hitting the one in the front.
Why I was chosen!
That's okay. I'll take the one in the front as well. So
as the Emperor commands, I act.
Reloading. Swapping weapon. The swapping weapon does not let me. Hey.
Guided by faith!
One fire to do that.
Doubt is for the weak.
There we go. One fire and concentrated fire. So we can throw out some burn.
High momentum.
There we go.
As the
And run and gun. And shoot it. And moving behind cover.
High momentum.
So, we're gonna boof our dog. We're gonna tell him to protect.
Who if not me?
So you should come with me. So, up here. Toggle. Toggle not coming. Toggle trying to come in there.
On it.
One and apprehend. Come on, boy. Ah, shame. Let's do it. 254 damage. Jesus. Do we want a armor penetrate and bleed on them? Let's put an armor penetrate and bleed on them. Apprehended. Just apprehend the other one. Is this disgusting? Must try. Shot.
High momentum.
So let's make the
One of us would be enough.
stronger and go for defending. Okay, very good. Came far.
See what a cyber mastiff is capable of.
I'm gonna make it a little bit stronger. So, then the running gun. So I'm gonna go here, and then I can apprehend. Get him, boy. 236, beautifully. Get the other one as well. Nearly. Shame. All the blocks. All the blockies. Going up here with full far. Rapid fire. Devastating fire.
So shall it be.
So shall it be indeed. Run and gun. Okay. We've dealt with all of them. The door is open now. Should we straight up go up? Let's go straight up. To the observatory. Let the cycle be discontinued. Oh. Okay. What do we have up here? Some goods on that side. Pasqual's tech use is so big. Brass whipper eliminator servitor. Okay. Look at that Mechanicus cycle on the ground. The face of the tech priest standing up opposite is hidden behind the brass mask. There you are, tech brother. Brass Whisper's voice is raspy. And also it says that he has the mask of the Inquisitor. He's called Brass Whisper, a member of the Lord Inquisitor Calcazar retinue. The salutary procedure will be performed and the identification codes verified after the priority request has been executed. Tell me, where is the blessed Amernad? You still don't understand. You're from Calcazar's retinue. Does anything have to do with this? Marginally. He used to play a major part in the story. Not anymore. This meeting is held upon my initiative. That said, I'm still under the protection of the Lord Inquisitor and the Cognizance fleet. Cognizance fleet. Very good. Keep that in mind. Locals spoke of ghosts without a face. Did they mean you? Affirmative. In order to move the Hermetico out of the procession of the damned, we had to disturb the pitiful locals. We're looking for Archmagus Amernad, and we want answers. Looking, how absurd. You lack the very concept of what you're looking for, layman. Expect to find a man, and Amernad never was one. He was never one person. The Amernad Collective was created by a group of tech priests we renounced individually and merged into a hive mind. A mind that reasons algorithmically, but was guided by principles and convictions of a righteous spirit. So they basically became a hive mind, an AI. A superego that brought them a step closer to the Omni Messiah. You're looking for Archmagus Amarnath, you say? He has been at your side all this time. Sugar it's Pasqual. This statement is false. The hypothesis is without merit. As the cycle coils in multitudinous loops, it intersects with itself and locks us in a cage of data vows. Pasqual shudders as if struck by the motive force itself, and therefore the cycle must be discontinued. Pasqual, what's going on? Restoration. Looks like it was a code word of sorts. Cognitive reconstruction mechanism activated. The memory is awakening inside you. Remember. The Armored Collective was designed to be a philosopher and a researcher. The concepts he produced were so powerful that they almost destroyed the fleet, but then he faced an unsolvable dilemma, and that was when Amarnath came apart. The 7 constituent servants of the Omniscient hid their own memories from themselves behind false personas and were sent off to various parts of the Corona's expanse. They went into hiding. Each had to live in solitude for many decades, accumulating observations and eventually bringing that experience to the reunited Amarnath, who would tackle the dilemma once more. That would have been the restoration. 211 Terran years. It was such a long time ago. What was the dilemma Amarnath faced? Its name was Exkatos. The secrets, the right of putting a machine spirit to death. A technology embodied in discontinuing the cycle. What is meant to exist, or was it acme of profanity against the Omniscient and his creation? Escatos was the perfect weapon against creations of the Omni Messiah that had been corrupted by the enemies, but also against its faithful servants. Its spread could bring victory to the Imperium, or it could destroy it. Escatos could spell the end of the Adeptus Mechanicus. For what is the perfect answer to the power wielded by the cult of the machine god? What is a blessing or a curse? There was no answer. Procreation was unacceptable, and so way was found to shelve the issue. And I found the answer. Escatos should not exist. We will correct our mistake. So the tech priests of the name Hanuman are all parts of Amarnath. Yes, 6 mental keynotes. Demens was paranoia. After the separation, he sensed that his memory was a web of lies, and that feeling drove him to the depths of madness. Parsus was faith, theory, and unyielding. Axiomanta was logic, unclouded by emotion or value of judgment. Abel was her good twin, imagination. He did not know his past just like the others, but he felt for more than they did. He was always different. Pasqual was judgment, the moderator of the cognitive process, the one who makes the decision. And Mihail, skepticism, the one who doubts. Did Amarnath believe he could form again the plan? Sounds risky. The restoration was statistically calculated on a level beyond comprehension, layman. Billions of variables were taken into account. The machine identifies where be a spark that would start a chain reaction, and that was precisely what happened. We were motivated by the perfect stimuli, curiosity, anxiety, shame. Each part of us was a hostage to the legend of the betrayal it had committed. You're the maimed hunter. You try to kill the other Hanumans. This statement is true. I was admitted to the Lord Inquisitor's retinue and authorized to study a dangerous artifact taken from Amarnath. I tried to exert some kind of influence on me, but my data vows protected me. A short circuit awakened some of my memories. I conducted an analysis, solved the Exkatos dilemma, and began to act. My agents all but terminated Tarsus, but they did under an armor of martyrdom and insanity. An attempt to intercept Pasqual on Altar Templum Calaxis Ext 17 failed because Abel had summoned him. The assassins caught up to him on the right of the North Starport, but he was able to escape again. Another group went after Abel, only to perish at the Elector Priest Monastery. You dispatched the Mens, so who had lapsed into heresy. Axiomantha simply disappeared until he or she suddenly turned up dead in Ephrata 2. I have no idea how she managed to hide from me. Idiots, Calcazar was harboring Axiomantha the whole time. She was working for him. Unregistered allied, the Lord Inquisitor shared my conviction that Amarnad legacy had to be destroyed. He was summoned to the Corona's expense by the loyal members of the fleet. So that was how you got on board on the ship and into the observatorium in the hell. Our treacherous tech comrades give Calcazar the access codes to the bridge, and he gave them to you. You were deceived, sister. Calcazar appropriated our work. He continued our research, no longer bound by the Messiah's canon, and you enabled him by destroying those who could return and reclaim his bloody prize. Lies! Something you have not heard before creeps in Nihal's voice, a note of fear. What happens now? The decision is to make, as always. Tech brother, I offer you a chance to yield peacefully to the fates that will please the Messiah. Do not resist your termination, and you will pass into oblivion as my friend and fellow believer. No, Tech priest. Refraining from resistance was never our way. I'm an explorator, a reconnoiter of knowledge. I have brought fire to hundreds of worlds. I've gleaned 1,000 secrets in the darkness. I am the agent of the unbridled will. I will not yield to oblivion, for oblivion itself fears me. Ooh. This is my companion, Pasqual Hahnemann, and you made a mistake in meddling with him. You wanted me to be awakened, Tech Sister. Here I am, holding you account. I lured you here for the reason, Pasqual. I wanted you to see what our followers had become. Ignorance begets blasphemy. All we did was breed corruption, schism. Remember when they came to depose us? We resisted them and destroyed that ship. A sacred relic, an Arch Mechanicus, older than our priesthood itself. Here in this hall, we released Excatos and allowed an unconscionable heresy to happen. Do you remember? Pasqual looks thoughtful. He touches a crack running across his armored respirator. A green spark runs through the deep gash between the enemies and the weapon. And if sufficient for you to merely show up in the expanse again for the schism to rear its head once more, the Cartagena fleet is already being torn apart by fratricidal war. Is this what we wanted? Let us finish this. Let us discontinue the cycle. The voice that answers her is no human voice. You violated procedures, skepticism. You usurped the function of another. You challenged only. You do not make decisions. I do. Let us destroy her, Pasqual. Only I can decide who deserves to be destroyed, and I have made my decision. Tech Sister, my judgment of you and your actions is one of condemnation. Tampering with procedures is unacceptable. Sabotaging the experiment is apostasy. For your betrayal, your vital functions will be terminated. Oh. Got a little green zap. Oh, we're getting the same thing back? I refuse to recognize you as the Messiah. I do not believe in you. That is your problem. You have always been too skeptical.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Stand your ground!
So, let's start the battle. Heinrichs, give us a little bit of a boof. So, charge. Can I reach him? I cannot reach him.
Nothing stands against me.
Ooh. Very nasty attack. One servitor down. More to go. So, where's Argenta? Argenta! Argenta's over there, okay. Let's see if they react to the screaming. So... I would like to go over here. We are doing devastating attack, confident approach, rapid fire, and our shooting. Good. Then we're gonna do a reload. And we're doing again a wildfire with concentrated fire. Body burns. Let's take that. And I'm going for steady priority. We are shooting again. Good hits. Reloading.
I'll do it.
Run in gun. Up there. So disgusting. So advanced trend. Overcharge. We're gonna go and focus on Nihil. 187. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna come next to him. And we're gonna make render shots. 40. There's a 40. Good. What's he doing? I think he's angry. Oh, he's back to max HP. Why? Undertaker. Not leaving. So, okay. Wasn't really sure what's happening here.
I'll see to it personally.
Hit it. There we go. He's on his ass. Upper hand.
It's as good as done.
Good. Gonna do a run and gun. Shooting them. Bum. Keep the priority targets. Put my dog a little bit. Upper hand again. 120. Jeebus, meebus.
Break their morale!
This way!
Remain on the ground. So, Pasqual. Of course, we're gonna relocate the flying scullies. Good. That's that. you. He's gone. And I'm gonna start shooting on a bigger area. There we go. Dude, nice. And dismantling shots onto you. Wow. Another one bites dust.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Good. There's some dudes up there still left. That should be easy to kick. So moving up there. 350. Jesus. Let's go on this inquisitorial also. Shoot. Nice. Straight up shooting somebody else as well. Moving on. Take another shot.
The arbitrator judges.
Beautiful. Good ever double. So, Ulfar. Reckless rush. Moving up here. And we're going for rapid fire, devastating attack. And they're shooting you straight in the face. Come on. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
I challenge you, damn get!
So wildfire shot. Oh, missed. Okay.
See.
Not expect that. It is what it is. So let me charge him. Should have charged the one in the middle. There we go. Make a full new turn. A full new turn. Wham! And we got them all. We got them all. I will not let you win. I will destroy the ship. Stop. Thou shalt not create a schism. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic. I did not want this, tech sister, but the procedure must be completed. Farewell. I'm sorry about the death of your tech sister. So am I. I declare the period of ignorance over and will resume execution of the general algorithm. Integrity has been re-established to a satisfactory degree. Memory access has been restored. I remember everything. So, you are Amarnad. This statement is true. I carry within me the memory and foundation. I am us. I am Amarnad. Thank you for the path we have taken, and I'm sorry about what happened to Theodora. What is next for you now? What's the general algorithm? The judgment must be passed. Should the secret of Excatus exist, all be shunned as a false path. And should I exist, that is, we, Amarnad. Amarnad was a union of 6 tech priests. All but a few of them are dead now. How does Amarnad still exist? Everything Amarnad was at the moment on the disconnection has now awoken in my mind. We need new minds. The collective can replenish with the worldly minds of among those aboard the Hermetico. Sincerity is present in the motives and faith. We need Escatos, but we also need Pasqual. So great is the temptation to preserve my personhood and yet hold onto the power of the Escatos. My own thirst to yield the temptation is that allows me to pass the judgment. Escatos must be foregone. One cannot possess it without one's mind becoming depraved. This is unacceptable. Do what you have decided to do. Pasqual throws back his head, the power brimming in his voice rushes. I peered into the vortex of time and saw dark omens. I saw that my tech comrades and I were trapped in a cycle, spiraling towards nothingness. I saw inevitable doom at the end of the trajectory. In accordance with the Machine God's commandment, I have crafted a tool with which it is to implement my design. In accordance with his commandment, I have developed a plan in analysis. Now I will act. By my power as the Archmakers, I hereby effect a restoration and revive of the Armanat Collective. The servants of the Messiah need a Messiah who will discontinue their cycle. And I will be that Messiah. I am him. Look at them all come up and kneel. Let the cycle be discontinued. Ooh, tech hive minds. Nice. There's a level up. That's good. Let's claim all that. Gonna have a look at the weapons as well. This one is on all the goodies. Move some bodies over there. Hit the bodies to the floor. So there's just some stuff. And over there goods. And over here goods. Let's go and open them up. Yeah, nice. Okay. Good. We've helped Pasqual in his doings as well. I think that means now only... I think Fenris and Heinrichs are the only one that remains.
I always keep my options open.
Good. Back to the wood chip. Wow. What a run. All the way with that. What a run. Holy moly. What awaits us after the fleet and which direction we're gonna go, we're gonna see in the next episode, and I'll decide from there. I bid you farewell for now. Let me know in the comments down below which direction you would like us to tackle next.